Dead Heat from 1988 is actually a cheeky remake of DOA from 1949. Yeah, 1949. Uh, classic. Well, to some, I personally have never seen it. A murder mystery about a man who gets poisoned, gets taken, well, not accidentally, purposely given the slow acting, without his knowledge, a slow acting poison, and has to spend about 24 hours, I think something like 24 hours to find out who his murderer is before obviously the poison kills him. Dead Heat is essentially a remake of that, a cheeky remake in that by taking the story, like, by taking that concept and then ripping the entire thing apart and doing its completely own version of this concept. And that's how you do a remake without actually doing a remake. John Carpenter did the same thing in Assault on Precinct 13, which is actually a remake of a western, an old western there, who was a personal favourite of his. Dead Heat does the same thing. It's never actually quoted as being a remake because it's so different from DOA. Both versions. There is also a 1988 version, which is might be worth tracking down to for Moviedrone at some point in the future. I very much like to see that movie again. But anyway, Dead Heat from 1988 is a classic. Is a classic concept of taking the whole idea, I say, ripping it up and completely changing the whole thing from script, doing the whole thing from scratch, and then adding complete goofy 80s humour the whole way through the script. Dark comedy the whole way through the script. Pretty much the whole way through the script. Dead Heat is a wonderful, wonderful black comedy that I think it's grown a bit of reputation over the years, but I still think there's more people that need to see it because I have not heard many people talk about it. Hence the reason I chose it as one of the films for this week's Moviedrone season. Um, well worth tracking down. It's available on 88 Films in the UK. Here's my own personal copy. There is a other copies out. I'm sure there's an American version. The best reason to watch the deleted scenes is actually one of the things that I knew I was good at doing movies, talking about movies, was actually for years ago when I was watching Dead Heat. I actually kept thinking, Dick Miller would be perfect for this. Would have been perfect to have a cameo role in this movie. This film was tailor made for Dick Miller cameo. Tailor made. Guess what happened? Eventually, the Blu-ray came out. The DVD came out, which has to import from America because at the time the film was not available on DVD in the UK in any way, shape, or form. Of course, we got the Blu-ray, but this was years ago. And guess what one of the deleted scenes was? Dick Miller in one of his famous cameo roles. Except in this case, they cut him out. It's actually a really funny scene. A really funny scene. He plays a security guard. Says something along the lines of, "What do you want as a security guard? What do you want? What do you want for $12 an hour?" Eddie Murphy, when he's trying to do something, when he's trying to make some dumb jokes, That's always a tempting. The whole film's dumb attempt at humour, but it's wonderful. It's just a wonderful. I thought I knew it was tailor made. I was so surprised. I knew it was tailor made for Dick Miller, and I was honestly surprised they cut his scene out. The fact that I found out I was absolutely right. It was tailor made for him, and they just cut his scene out. Pretty awesome. I never knew that until I actually saw. I was slack now, slack jawed. Oh, I actually knew that. Oh, what? I was right. But there you go. Another interesting thing about Dead Heat is my own personal experience about how it helps me. When I was much younger, I used to have this fear of death, dying. I used to have I was terrified of dying. The idea of death terrified the shit out of me. I was fucking terrified of dying. Absolutely, absolutely scared of my wits of dying one day. Then I saw Dead Heat, and weirdly enough, Dead Heat made me accept dying as something that's eventually going to happen, and it made me accept it. The fear went away, all thanks to this movie, which essentially not only accepts death as a thing, although it's a very silly comedy buddy cop comedy. It's essentially, but at the same time, it's very open about death and how death happens. I mean, but don't be scared of it. It basically taught me don't be scared of death. Why be scared of it? It's part of it's part of life. It's going to happen. Why be scared of it? Why is crack your way into the after if there was such a thing into the afterlife? Which is funny enough what happens in this movie. It's absolutely genius how it's done. The last scene is wonderful because it was this last scene that really opened me to took away my fear of dying. I'm not saying your Moviedrone host wants to die now or anything. I'm not in any way. I've got tons to do. I have not got the time to die yet. But one day it's going to happen. But I'm not afraid of it anymore. Thanks to, I know that sounds weird, but all thanks to Dead Heat. All thanks to this movie. This movie stopped me being scared of dying. Stopped my fear, my irrational fear of death. Um, of course, this is before in my personal life I've had people die, which also helps. But this is long before they said that started happening, and this film has helped me to accept it. And so now helped me to accept the whole concept, and of course things have happened since then that helped me to as well. But largely it was this movie that pushed me forward into thinking, okay, death, okay, that's not something. It's something that's going to happen. It's not worth being scared about. Well, what's the point in being scared of the inevitable? And once again, I have this movie to thank for that. So thank you, Dead Heat. Seriously, thank you, Dead Heat. Who said films can't be therapeutic? Anyway, another wonderful thing about Dead Heat worth mentioning. No review can, well, no opening to hopefully you're going to go and track this down out if you have not seen it and track this down out and give this movie a shot yourself, no pun intended. One thing about this movie, apart from the wonderful humour that's sprinkled out the whole movie. There's tons of humour. Every character is likable, or if they're not unlikable, they're still highly watchable and highly memorable characters. Even if you hate them, those one or two characters you will absolutely despise in this movie, but you'll still be enthralled by what they're doing and what they're saying because they're such damn good actors. There's some genius character actors. I'm not going to ruin it by telling you who the actors are. You have to. There's so many tons of surprises in this movie. You have to check out for yourself. I'm not going to spoil that for you. I'm not here to spoil that for you. I want you to enjoy that experience yourself. All I can tell you is this movie's full of tons of surprises, genuinely decent special effects for the budget they had, which is a lot less than £1 million. Not less than a million. This was 1988, mystery. They had a lot less than a million to make this movie with, and it. There's one scene. There's one scene in particular that is flawless in the way it's done, which these days would be all CGI, look fake as shit. They did it all with puppetry. And it looks amazing, and you will see what I'm talking about when you see the scene. But anyway, no review can go without mentioning Vincent Price. Oh, this isn't really a spoiler. This is just a nice surprise. This is one nice surprise I can talk about. Vincent Price is in this movie. He's only in a few scenes. Most of the time he's on TV, on a TV screen, but later on he pops up actually as doing his Vincent Price thing, playing one of the coolest character names ever. What's his name? Hold on, I've got the. I will check it up here while I'm still here. This is what you do. You don't do the research in time, folks. Arthur P. Loudermilk. Yeah, his name is Arthur P. Loudermilk. If that isn't the coolest surname ever, I don't know what is. Or forename. Forename ever. Oh no, surname. Research. Anyway. Off P. Loudermilk. Loudermilk is such an awesome name. I want to be called Loudermilk. That's awesome. Why can't I be Loudermilk? Why do I have to be Cox? Why can't I be Loudermilk? Why can't I be named James Peter Loudermilk? See how it just rolls off the tongue. Anyway, Dead Heat is fantastic and therapeutic. In my case, it was also therapeutic. Well worth tracking down. Moviedrone highly recommends. Only thing I can really say about it is it's classic. It's a classic buddy cop movie. If you like buddy cop movies, this movie is one of the best ever made. Simple as that. As I say, well worth checking out. There's apparently one more thing before I do finally leave off. There's apparently an extended version of Dead Heat available, which as far as I can see, is not on this version. Apparently it's nothing special, but as a dedicated, no pun intended, fan of this movie, I would love to see the extended version. If anyone knows where there's a way I can get hold of a copy of the extended version, maybe it's available on the. I might find out later if it's available on the American DVD, American Blu-ray, which for some reason is not available on this one. If it is, then if anyone wants to let me know, please do. I'd love to find out if I can get. I should be getting hold of the copy of the American version to get the extended version and see what I'm missing out on, if anything. On that note, Dead Heat, as I say, is highly recommended. Why it's not more well known? I mean, it's supposed to be more well known, but as I said, not many people seem to talk about it on my end. I have no idea. I say, but Moviedrone once again says, track it down and find out for yourself. Why Moviedrone reckons Dead Heat is one of the goofiest, but best buddy cop movies ever made.